Everyone, just got my XTool S1 up and running. It's been amazing right out of the box. Packaged like you could throw it down the stairs and it would have survived. So I was wowed as far as that goes. From wanting one for years and then finally going, okay, it's about time. Let's upgrade the shop to a laser. So right out of the box, putting everything together, simple, going through. I got the riser base and the conveyor belt system package. So I just installed the riser base earlier today, and I've already noticed some issues really with the light coming through. I watched a lot of videos with a lot of people saying, you know, one of the things that they could see when the laser was going, this seam right here. One guy had a magnet strip that he was going to put on there. One guy put painter's tape. And so I started thinking, how can I improve mine? If I'm sanding or doing anything in here, I want to keep as much dust out of the inside of this as I can. I'm going to build a roll around stand that it will house on, but right now I want to fine tune and get my technique and how I use the machine before I upgrade to trying to get the filter package and get it to where it's mobile to where I could do it. So out here I use it in the garage and I exhaust the pipe out the garage door there so it doesn't stink up the house. So one of the things that I noticed is the strip that they give you is paper thin, and there's more of a gap in between the door and the top of the tool than this allows. So I got to thinking, what could I get? What could I use? So I actually went to Lowe's and looked at the window sealer aisle on windowsill, and what I found is this: it's a 1/2 inch thick, but it's perfect. It's a little bit, so if you mic this and you mic this, it's almost the perfect amount. So what I'll do is I'll peel this that they give that was supplied off, put this, and then I will show you. And I've already did it on the back side, so I'll get the camera set up back there and I'll show you that you can see no light coming through this at all. Another thing, before I set this, the machine on top of the riser base, I noticed that no one pays attention to the sides. So I also have put stripping all the way around the sides. I left the front off just to show you how I think if you add this to your machine, it will totally improve the dust, any minute dust that you have getting inside this, and keep it as clean as you can for as long as you can with some simple window trim. $6 for a 50-foot roll, I think. So I mean, I taped it up because I had plenty left. I actually got the 1 inch and then cut it down in 1/2 inch strips, but they had a 1/2 inch strip. I didn't know which one to get it at first. So I will show you the back of this where you don't see any light, and then I'll get to some more. All right, I'm in the back. I'm gonna open the door so you can see. So this foam that goes on there, it totally comes up underneath here and seals it. So when you go, it's gonna take some time to push, but it's airtight. There is no, here's the side view. You can see that it almost fits the gap perfectly. And then you can see the gap where there isn't anything. You can see the light coming through. So I think in all, if you take this trim, don't install this trim, install this trim underneath your doors and all the way around to the side. So I also noticed that there's some a gap at the bottom here. So they have this, it's a 1/2 inch, a little bit thick, and it goes in between them 2 feet. And it's better over here. So I have it underneath the feet, so no dust gets underneath there as well, all the way. So nobody thinks of all the dust that could get in this thing over time. You know, I'm sanding a flag or doing something like that. It creates a lot of dust. Most of my tools have their own dust collection system. This is not where this is going to live. All right, I'm going to show you so you can see what I'm talking about. Peel this off, put this on, see how easy it is. Open your door. Peel off the original thin, paper thin. If you have a bunch of residue or sticky that's left here, you could wipe it down with alcohol, but because this is brand new and it hasn't been on there very long, I don't think I left any stuff I need to worry about. So then I usually peel about halfway down. Start with his outside edge. That way I don't want to get anything on this seam here. Peel it all the way off. Try to keep it as straight as you can. And then push. You got to make sure it's pushed in there real nice. I got a little gap here on my edge, so then I take my little knife. Nice clean. Give it another push. Make sure it's stuck in there. Close the door and see what we got. The first time you do it, it's going to be tough because that stuff kind of swells. But very happy with the machine, and I want to keep it as dust free and awesome as I can for a lot of years. So thank you and have a good day.